Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone. Welcome. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections Magazine, Deloris Williams. I am so excited that you are here today. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And then twice a year, we have 2 annual events. One is March, and that is my anniversary. And we have Saturday, March 30th coming up, and that is going to be at 11 a.m. in Hall River, North Carolina at Beyond Measure Ministries, 904 East. Celebrating everyone that's doing anything significant in the community or just a good person. I want everyone to come to be celebrated. So you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events to get the details. You have to register, and you have 3 options to choose from. And with those options, you will also be featured in Divine Connections magazine for 3 months. I want to see your face in the place. If you are doing anything great in the community, especially, I want to recognize and celebrate you, because we're already in the community doing it. And I want to take the time out to say thank you. A lot of times we pour out to so many individuals and things that we have going on in our life. So this is the time that I want to celebrate you and pour into you. We're going to have panels. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have a couple of gospel groups, and we're going to network and worship together. So again, that website is divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. And then in October, we have our Bring It event, where we bring in praise dance, moms, vendors, youth vendors as well. And so we network and worship together. So that's going to be coming in October. So if you have a church or organization that has any of those praise dance, moms, vendors, gospel step team, let me know. We would love to see if you could be a part this year as well, and bring your church and congregation. All right. And so we have those 2 events this year. On Wednesdays, we have a podcast from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. sharing with you who people are and what they are doing. So then if you want more information about that, definitely stay connected and let's see how we can get you on the podcast as well. And then we have our app. You can download our app at Divine Connections Magazine from your Google Store or your Apple Store. And then we also have a store online, you guys. We have over 100 products. We have shirts, hats, jackets, and so much more. It's over 100 products. So you definitely want to stay connected and go shopping and support us in that way as well. And with apparel, because we have phenomenal things. Okay, so definitely touch bases with that. And then we have our store, and so we want you to stay connected with what's going on. Let me just share with you a little bit so you can see what is in our store. So hold tight. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So now you get to see the store. Now you get to see just a little bit of what happens in our October event, the Bring It event, just so you can have an idea. So check it out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are so excited. And let me tell you what else is getting ready to go on. Next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, I'm getting all my women together. So if you are a woman, you definitely tap in. It's online, it is free. And we're going to talk about different things going on. We want to better ourselves and make ourselves the best that we can. And so we're going to have a couple of people speaking on a couple of different things. And I want you to be a part. It is free. It's at 6 o'clock. I will go on my page and we have information on there for you to fill out the form. So next week when we have it, I can send you the information. But we want to better ourselves. We want to be the best people that we can be. We have people on there that's going to give some testimonies, that's going to share some insight and some inlight on in that. And so all of the women that I'm connected to, I want you to be there. And so also we'll share information about the event that's going on March 30th as well. But listen, you don't want to miss. It's about to be big. It's going to be great. So I want you to stay connected. And any woman that you know, definitely get them tuned in. We'll just do a Zoom call. Won't be no more than an hour, probably less than an hour, at 6 o'clock next Wednesday, January the 31st. Okay. So look on my page and get the link and fill that out. And then next week we'll send you the link out for it. All right. And so let us continue to make it happen. Hold tight.
Well, I gave you all my love.
Awesome, awesome. So listen, if you want to get connected, find out how we can get connected. We have a lot of variety of things that we provide. Text 336-338-8903. And then our email is divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com for the event that's coming up Saturday, March 30th. And I definitely want you to be there. Go to the website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. There is where you fill out the form and register and choose one of the options to register. And we look forward to seeing you there. So subscribe to our email address at divineconnectionsmagazine@magazine.com for updates and news. We're on Facebook. It's Divine Connections Marketing is our business page. Our Instagram, follow us there at Divine Connections. That's one word. And our YouTube channel is The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification button there as well. All right. So if you have not gotten a copy of our current magazine, it is out and now available for you. A lot of connections, a lot of resources. So you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com /special-pricing to order your copy, digital or hard copy. Now, if you have a 30-second commercial for your business, your church, your organization, or event, I will, if you're a good fit now, I would love for you to be a part, and we would do just a 3-month agreement, and we will have you on before or after our interview so people can know who you are, what you do, and connect with you. That's another way we market businesses as well. All right. And so let us know if you're interested in that, and I'll give you more detail. I am excited about my second book, which is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire, helping people, because that is what we do. We write for this is for my personal as well as my business accomplishments with the help of the Lord. All right. So if you want to know how I do what I do, get the book. We're on Amazon, Walmart.com, and then you can order it from me. All right. So we would love for you to get a copy of that. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business or your organization, we serve in that capacity as well. So if you have a business, a ministry, a book, a gospel group, or an event, and you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial custom, let us know. We would love to do that for you. And I'll give you the details on that. All right. We also this year have our journal, which is called Making It Happen. You Are a Divine Connection because you are. We write the vision, make it plain, execute, and we celebrate of what God is doing. There's a lot of thoughts and ideas that we're going to come up with this year, and then we're going to have a plan. We're going to execute that plan, and then we're going to look back at what God is going to do in our lives. All right. So make sure you download the app Divine Connections magazine from your Google or Apple store. Make sure you go shopping, get some hoodies, get some shirts, some jackets. We have all of that at bit.ly/Divine Connections store. And we have our ultimate marketing packet going on special right now. So if you need to market your business, your book, your ministry, your event, we have a great marketing packet going on, promotional package going on right now. Go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/services. All right. And we look forward to seeing you there. Now for the great part. Yes. We have Pastor Cynthia here. And so we're going to bring her in. She's doing a lot of things in the community. So she's going to enlighten us of what she is doing and see how you can stay connected with her. Help me welcome Miss Cynthia. Hi.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I am well. And yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right. Can you slide over just a little bit so we can get you in the
That's
center?
right.
That way. Yep.
Oh,
There we go. Perfect. Perfect. I didn't want your head cut off. Okay. Awesome. Very good. So introduce yourself and tell everybody where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
okay. Well, I am Cynthia Phifer, and my congregation calls me Pastor C.
Okay.
Um,
Like that.
I'm originally from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and this is
Mm-hmm.
kind of part of my story. So I have to I'll make it quick, but go through
You're
there.
good.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I was born to a mother who was a drug addict, who
Mm.
later turned to prostitution to support her habit, which
Wow.
caused me to be a ward of the courts till I was 8.5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My biological father and my mother, God-given mother, adopted me and
Okay.
moved to West Virginia and
Mm-hmm.
went to college. They afforded me the opportunity to go to college, where I met my husband on the
Oh, right
campus of WVU,
now. All right.
Mountaineers.
Yeah.
And, so we got married, and I have two children, grown children. They're in their
Yeah.
30s, two grandbabies. And of course, like I said, I co-pastor with my husband, and I count it an honor and a privilege to, and we've done that for 27 years here in the city of
Awesome.
Burlington, North Carolina. So
Awesome, awesome. So you already went through challenges at the very young age, but you persevered, and then
yes,
God protected you and covered you, and then gave you covering.
yes,
Yes, and now you are able to work with Him and cover and pray with others as well. That is
yes,
awesome.
yes.
That is awesome. So let's get into a little bit more detail about all the things that you do. Where do you
Okay.
want to start?
Well, I'll start with my business.
Okay.
I actually started Events Extravagant in 2016. It became official. And
Mm-hmm.
for that particular ministry, I do balloon decor.
Okay.
because of my fascination with balloons, I went on to become a certified balloon artist, or a CBA,
Nice.
certified through Qualitex Balloons, so that I could actually market myself. So I
Right.
do backdrops and balloon sculptures, organic, classic, you name it, I do it. But after the pandemic hit, people weren't doing events and they were isolating, so forth and so on. So I started doing T-shirts and tumblers to help offset that. Now my entrepreneurship was part-time because I did work in the corporate world as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
but during the pandemic, I experienced a shift.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we all did. But it was
Mm-hmm.
a transformational shift that just took place in my life in July 2021. I lost my job, and it took me a while to be able to really share this, but I think sometimes people need to hear this.
Yeah.
I lost my job not because of my skin color, not because of my supervisor not liking me, but I had lost an aunt to COVID-19. Lived in Pennsylvania. I wasn't able to go, to see her. There was no closure, and then I had some news, family
Mm-hmm.
news, that really shook my ground. And
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I really felt like a failure. And the battle was preaching, teaching. I knew all the things to do, but when you're
Mm-hmm.
in a crisis, a lot of
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
it just kind of throws you off your feet. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a failure in all aspects of my life, and I struggled with feelings of self doubt and oppression for several months until I turned into my husband, and started really accepting his counsel, because we were pastors together. So I
Yeah.
wasn't really looking at
Yeah.
him as my pastor, but I learned to
Right.
embrace him as my pastor. And I started seeking God through supplication and prayer, asking him, what is this season, and what do you want me to do? I'm losing it. And he spoke three words to me. He said, right, right, right.
Mm.
And despite how numb I felt, and despite how disjointed I felt, and no one knew where I was but my husband, I know how to fake it till
Yeah.
you
Oh
make it,
yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
But I
Mm-hmm.
followed his instructions obediently, and I found myself flowing in a new area. And it's worth noting that I did publish a journal planner in 2021, just before COVID.
Okay.
I did
Yeah.
publish that, and I just thought that was it, and I moved on. But
Yeah.
I've written and published 3 books during this time. Culture Shock, which is about the seasons that you go through in life, and not how to manage your emotions and go through the traumas, and every season has a culture. So,
Mm-hmm.
the Lord led me to write that, and then Overcoming Undeniable Church Hurt, um,
Mm.
which is one, I think, when I was going through my hurt and disappointments. For some reason, I felt like God made me more in tune and empathetic to people who were disjointed from
Yeah.
certain things, hurt, wounded, even abused within the church. And
Yeah.
so God just began to pour into me, and I just found myself writing. So that is, writing just became my lifeline. And I found myself pursuing something that was placed in my heart back in
Yeah.
2013 because of these books, and that was Cycle
Yeah.
Breakers for Life. So as the pandemic began to slow down, I started doing live sessions on Facebook, and
Yeah.
Cycle for Life eventually blossomed into an online ministry. So that is my passion right now, is Cycle
I love
Breakers
it.
for Life.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you have any workshops or anything coming up?
Well, I just recently did my first virtual event, which was Journey to Success Mastermind. It was a
Yeah.
5-day virtual event, and it was so successful that I'm going to do it again in March. So
Okay.
it'll be something else I do in March. But I do offer, through my platform, I do offer my podcasts, my
Mm-hmm.
blogs, one-on-one life coaching, and group sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited because March the 1st, I'm going to be launching, because I'm just so, I can just say passionate,
Yes. Yeah.
breaking cycles.
Yeah.
There are so many of us that want life. We want to be
Mm-hmm.
successful. We want to move on, but negative mindsets, limiting beliefs,
Yeah.
our locus of control was just all out of control. And
Mm-hmm.
so, we need to know how to not just break out of the cycles, but how to maintain that deliverance. And so Cycle Breakers for Life I'm going to launch with God's wisdom and his knowledge and his blessing, the Breakthrough Transformation
Nice.
coaching and learning platform. So they
Mm.
our clients and our cycle breakers community will be able to go onto this platform virtually, self-paced, take classes, workshops, seminars, activities to break out of cycles, maintain that deliverance, and then go on to live successfully and become their authentic self. So I'm so excited
Yeah.
about what God is doing. But it all
Awesome.
came from surrender
That's right.
in the time I was most vulnerable. It's like when we think it's over,
Yeah.
hitting rock bottom is only sometimes your beginning. So I give God all the glory. I really do.
Awesome. From your experience and the people that you have worked with, what cycles have you seen broken?
Oh man, I've seen cycles of abuse
Mm,
broke, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not just talking about physical abuse. I'm talking about mental and verbal abuse, because a lot
mhm,
of people we see walking around here, they're going through a lot of abuse. So I've seen a lot of mental and verbal abuse cycles broken, cycles of procrastination, self
mm,
sabotage, and I think two of those has been the cycle of intimidation, uh,
mhm,
because a lot of times people are blessed and talented and gifted, but
mhm.
when they get in certain crowds in certain areas, they suffer from that imposter syndrome, or they feel intimidated, by others who are already doing what they're trying to do, but instead of gleaning, they feel intimidated because of their thinking,
Yeah. Yeah.
their negative mindsets and self-sabotaging behavior. So those are just a few things that I've seen, and I try to be available as much as possible, because I know people go through seasons at different times.
Mhm.
They go through them in different ways.
Yeah. What have you seen that's most common?
Common, I think, basically is the people want to succeed. They really want to
Mhm.
grow and be the best version of themselves, but they're stuck in old mindsets.
Mm,
So 80% of what we do, our behaviors, our actions, our habits, 80% of those are based upon our thinking.
mhm.
So we retrain our brain,
Yeah.
to think positive. Then we teach our brain what to go after. So
Mhm.
if you're constantly, so I think that is the one area that stunts people and causes them to be blocked, is the fact
Yeah.
that they're trying to go new places with the same old mindset. You know,
Mhm.
you have to train your brain to go where you're going.
Mhm.
Sometimes that means cutting off negative relationships.
Yeah.
It means, disengaging from, doing a whole lot of things and focusing in on where God wants you. But the
Yeah.
journey to success is possible, but you've got to train your brain to reach that destination.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm. So, what would you suggest for a cycle breaker for depression?
For depression, I would say, first of all, depression is sometimes brought on by situations that are totally out of your control.
Mhm.
So, because we like to control things, we like to put certain things, especially A type people, they like to have certain things in certain places, whatever. So, when those things don't happen the way they think they should, our emotions go in a downward spiral. So,
Mhm.
what you have to do for a Christian, it's not just about it's praise God, or quote a scripture. It
Mhm.
is really about changing your atmosphere.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Mhm.
really, I journal. You have to have some ways that you can get your thoughts out of your head. So I would tell someone that's battling with depression, first of all, you need to make sure that it's not something physical where you
Yeah.
need mental attention.
Mhm.
Um, then if not, then you need to line up with a coach, a mentor, someone that you can trust,
Yeah.
with your business, that can speak objectively about where you are, and then set some goals to
Mhm.
come out of that depression. What causes the depression? What is the trigger to that depression? Those things help you to know what steps you need to take once you know what the trigger of the depression
Right.
was. And once you know the trigger, then you go into, well, what steps do we need to take to bring you out of this depression? So then
Yeah.
it's take dedication and honesty and commitment to those
Mhm.
steps, all steps that lead to a giant deliverance. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Awesome. And you also wrote a book as well. You want
yeah,
to talk about your book?
yes. And now the one my last book that I wrote was Ouch, Overcoming Undeniable Church Hurt. Which way am I going?
Okay. Yep.
Ouch, Overcoming Undeniable Church Hurt. And this book is it's really awesome because it talks about so many different areas of church hurt,
Yeah.
unforgiveness, abuse. It talks about one chapter is called Pimps,
Heck
uh,
yes. Mm-hmm.
Perpetrators in Ministry, Prostituting the Saints. And now this book doesn't bash church at all. It really helps a person understand what church was meant to have. I have
Mm-hmm.
a chapter here where I talk about myself when I was the person that caused the church hurt. It's called This Side of This Side of the Pulpit,
Ooh.
and it
Mm-hmm.
really talks about
Mm-hmm.
ministry from the perspective of the ministry, the minister
Yeah.
out. This book right here is gosh, it has a whole lot in it. I wrote a poem in here. It's called
Okay.
Looking Through the Window of the Cross. And
Okay.
in this particular book, I talk about how I was drawn to the love of Christ and how
Mm-hmm.
after being drawn into it, I began to look around and I realized that there are sick people even in the church because the church
Yeah.
is a hospital. It's a place for people to recover. The book
Mm-hmm.
talks about how to forgive, where offenses come from. There's so much in the book that
Yeah.
deals with that. So, the elephant in the room,
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
we don't want to discuss because we're afraid if
Mm-hmm.
we bring it up, it's going to cause us, to be separated from people we like or not
Mm-hmm.
be popular or whatever. But you got to address the elephant in the room in order to
Yeah.
grow and to enhance relationships. So that's the last book I wrote, Ouch, Overcoming
Nice.
Bible Church Hurt. My books are on Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble. So,
Mm-hmm.
or you can order them from me.
Wonderful. Awesome. So tell us some information about your podcast.
My podcast is meant to uplift. It's the Fire Time podcast, and it's no episode is more than 15 minutes, and it's meant so that you can pop that in your ear while you're doing your dishes, while you're
Yeah.
driving, whatever, and receive encouragement. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to be encouraged. There's too much bad news already, right? So you learn things like how to overcome self-sabotaging behavior,
Yeah.
how to develop a growth mindset, how to become your authentic self. But I encourage the cycle breaking community to be the best version of themselves. And I look for any and every
Yeah.
opportunity that I can to encourage people that listen and the listeners to be that best version of themselves. So that's the podcast. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Did we cover everything that you're doing?
I think so.
I don't want to miss anything. You want to talk about your church?
Oh, my church. Well, we've been
Yeah.
in our community for 27 years.
Okay.
We've seen people come, we've seen people go, but we are a ministry. Our motto is worshiping Christ, equipping the saints, and winning the lost at all costs. So my
Mm-hmm.
husband is a powerful preacher, a very
Mm-hmm.
compassionate man, very selfless, and we really believe in reaching out to the community. So we have programs like K for K, which is Kicks for Kids, where we
Mm-hmm.
provide brand new shoes for kids that are less fortunate twice a year, one pair going to school and another pair at Christmas. And then through Cycle Breakers for Life, we do foster love. We do the sweet cases where we
Yeah.
actually do bags for the kids in foster care to take on their trips, when they go on respite visits and things like that. So we have food closets, we have dance ministry. We believe in reaching to our youth, a marriage ministry,
Mm-hmm.
so forth and so on. But we believe in serving the community. We've had our ups and our downs, especially with COVID, but it's
Mm-hmm.
right. It's like our people are just starting to really be confident to come back into the church.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been an uphill battle. But I love ministry. It's
Yeah.
challenging. And I tell anybody before you pastor, you better pray and make sure it is definitely your calling. But
That
I
part.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Awesome. And tell them where your church is located.
It is located on Webb Avenue, 1413 West Webb Avenue here in Burlington, North Carolina.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
share with people how they can contact you.
You can reach me, you can text me at 336-263-7339. Now, if you call me and I don't know your number, I'm not going to answer because
That
there's so
part.
many telemarketers. So
Yep.
text me, you can do that. You can email me at newlife@cyclebreakers4life.net. Um,
Mm-hmm.
want to have access to the podcast or my blogs, you can hit the link tree address there and just put in Cycle Breakers for Life, and it'll take you to my podcast and the blogs and my website. And I would love to hear from you. I would.
Yes. Awesome. So let's end with words of encouragement.
Well, I think when I think about words of encouragement, I think of times of significant shifts in people's lives. And seeking times when you're seeking a breakthrough transformation. And it's really a courageous choice when you try that. So my words of encouragement, especially with all that I've been through from childhood to even back in 2021, is embrace change as an opportunity for growth. I mean, believe in the power within yourself. Understand that you have the innate ability to break through barriers and achieve incredible transformation. Embrace the process of self-discovery by all means, because a skilled life coach in breakthrough transformation can guide you through a journey of self-awareness. Be open to change and growth, because transformation often requires stepping outside of your comfort zone and challenging the status quo. I would encourage anybody to support. You need support and you need a community. So, seek out people like Deloris Williams, with the vision that she has, especially for, Black businesses in general. We have to learn how to network with other people, understand your journey, and know that setbacks are part of the journey. Life is a series of ups and downs, and breakthroughs often arise from overcoming challenges. So remember, every shift is a chance for breakthroughs, leading to a more fulfilling and you being your most authentic self.
Y'all, that's good right there. Y'all, she just flowed with that. Did y'all see that? She just rolled. I love it.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being my guest on today. Y'all make sure you like and share this broadcast. She is phenomenal. Her and her husband doing great things in the community, and we all need each other, support each other, connect, and let's make it happen. Okay. Awesome. So hold tight. We're going to go to the end, but you hold tight and I'll be right back with you. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. Hold tight, y'all.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.